Hello everyone, welcome to another UFC event review. This is for, actually let me mute this real quick. I'll explain this really quickly. The EA Sports UFC 3 Open Beta is out, and I just downloaded it, and I just started the game up. In fact, I'll close it down. Not the game, the beta. But yeah, the game's not out for another couple of months. So yeah, I've got that unlocked, and I'll just turn this off right now. Okay. And give me a second to turn my TV off as well. You're witnessing a professional at work here, folks. Don't ever forget that. Anyway, time for another UFC event review. This is for the Ultimate Fighter Season 26 finale at the Park Theatre in Paradise, Nevada, with the main event between Nicco Montano and Roxanne Modafferi. Interesting, because Nicco Montano was originally supposed to fight Sajara Eubanks, but Eubanks didn't make weight, so they had to bring in Roxanne to fill the slot. So she got to main event it with Nicco. Let's go through the fight. Plural. As always, we start with the good old prelims, and the first fight was Shauna Dobson against Ariel Beck, and ended at 2 minutes 53 seconds in round 2, and Shauna won by TKO. And it's going to get up. It was a really, really good one. I enjoyed it. It was fairly back and forth throughout round 1, but I feel like... Oh, that's good. Beck was landing some better body kicks, but Shauna was landing better leg kicks from what I remember, and she did manage to trip Ariel pretty well. And then she just got a really good right hand, then right uppercut, then a right hook, and knocked down Ariel, and the referee stopped the fight. So, yeah, really good first round from Shauna. Even though I am sad that Ariel lost because, I feel like she can do so much more, but, you know what? Not much else I can really say. Really good performance from Shauna nonetheless, and, yeah. Oh, before I do move on with prelims though, I will get to say, since all of the prelim fights were finishes, spoilers, I got to see the Fight Pass fight, which was Jillian Robertson against Emily Whitmire. And Robertson won by submission armbar in round 1 in about 2 minutes and 12 seconds. It was really quick. They had a really good ground exchange because I believe Emily initiated the takedown, then they exchanged back and forth. And then, despite Emily being on top, she got herself caught, and Jillian not only managed to get the armbar, but pushed herself over, so she was sort of mounting Emily in a way and forced Emily to stop. So, well done to Jillian, who didn't have a great showing on the past season, even though I do like her. I feel like she did. Obviously, she's got more going for her, since she was the youngest fighter on the tournament. But yeah, coming out with a really, really good one like this, well done. So, yeah, we're going to move on to the rest of the prelim card now. Next up was Rachel Ostovich, who's lost her bird on, which sounds weird, against Karine Gevorgian. And Gevorgian came in 5 pounds overweight, which is not a good thing. But it doesn't matter since she lost anyway. 1 minute 40 into the first round, there was a submission finish. It was an armbar again. There was quite a few of them. But yeah, much like the Jillian and Whitmire fight, this was a good ground exchange. Karine did the takedown, they exchanged, and eventually Rachel got the armbar and got the win. And yeah, well done. Just a really, really good showing. Gets it up. And I probably didn't mention this about Jillian and Emily, but that also gets up as well. So 3-0. So yeah, that was also really enjoyable, as was this one. So well done to Rachel, because yeah, she had a really, really good showing. She was definitely one of the better dark horses of this past season, and it was always fun to watch her. So to watch her fight, she's supposed to fight. So yeah, she did a really, really good job, and she really impressed me. Next up is the first male fight on the card between Andrew Sanchez and Ryan James. And Sanchez won, not last season. Was it last season? No, it wasn't last season. I think it was the season before. Or was it the season before? He won the season. I remember that much. And, yeah, he did alright. He definitely had the first round of this fight, but Ryan James had round 2, and eventually Ryan James won by TKO with a body kick at 59 seconds of round 3. And, yeah, it was a really, really good... It was a good showing. Was it a body kick? I think it was. It was just a TKO finish by punches. I think that was... I'm getting mixed up with another fight, I think. But yeah, Ryan James really did well. I haven't seen him fight a lot. I've seen Andrew fight more, and I was kind of expecting him to win. There are a lot of points where Andrew was overthrowing his punches and slipping. Like, he had James on the ropes early, and the fight could have been stopped like 3 times within the first 2.5 minutes of round 1. It wasn't, though. And we got a really good fight out of it nonetheless. Not the fight of the night, but probably my second pick for the night. It was really exciting. And yeah, Ryan James just managed to get the win. So, well done to him, and well done to Andrew, who put in a good performance despite his loss. So, nothing to complain about. And on to the last fight of the prelim card now. Hooray! Next up is we have Christina Marcus against Montana De La Rosa, formerly known as Montana Stewart, pardon me, on the Ultimate Fight season. So, I think she got married, or she got divorced and kept her surname. It's more than likely married. Either way, congratulations. Well, actually, no, congratulations if it's a wedding. Not if it's a divorce, that's usually a really bad thing. But yeah, congratulations for getting the win for Montana, because it was another armbar finish. Yeah, 2 minutes into the first round. And this one was a bit different to the other 2 armbar finishes. Like, these 2 actually started out really aggressive. And eventually, I think Christina got the clinch, and then somehow someone got taken down, and then Montana managed to get the armbar in. So, just another really good performance. Gets an up. I forgot to say this about the previous fight, but gets an up. And oh, actually, the previous fight gets a bonus up, because I forgot to mention something. Between rounds 1 and 2, I think, the referee accidentally sent the fighters to the wrong corners, and I think part of the reason why is because Andrew Sanchez is in the red corner, but he was wearing blue shorts. Ryan James was in the blue corner, but he was wearing red shorts. And I could see how the referee got them mixed up, so that was kind of hilarious. So, yeah, bonus up, so that's 6-0 to the ups. Really good card so far. I'll talk about my cards when I get to the main card. But yeah, really good way to close off the prelims. Yeah, so no one else needs to be said. Well done to Montana. We then get to the first fight of the main card, and it ended in 30 seconds as Brett Johns, who's from Wales, I'm not from Wales, but, you know, I'm British, and he's technically British because he falls under the Wales. You know what I mean. Took on Joe Soto, and won by a calf slicer in 30 seconds. I think Joe went for a submission. No, he went for a takedown, and that was counted into a submission. And it's not often you see a calf slicer. I think the last time I saw one was like 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a really long time since I've even seen one or heard of one happening in the UFC, at least. Not in MMA. I'm pretty sure there's like at least a few promotions might have done it this year. I'm not really sure. I don't really follow those. I follow the UFC. I have a very strict military-ish thing. I stick to that, you know. I'm like a drill sergeant. Why am I saying words? Anyway, yeah, well done to Brett Johnson, who got one of the Performance of the Night bonuses for his performance of the night. So, well done to him. And Jeff Soto, like, I think he's got a few good wins under his belt, so this is not a loss he's going to suffer terribly from. So, yeah, that gets an up, 7-0. And then we get to the most boring fight of the card between Melinda Fabian, or however you want to say her name, and Deanna Bennett. And round 1 was kind of exciting because there was actual striking, and near the end of it, Melinda landed a nasty head kick and knocked down Deanna, and it was a left head kick, and that's the same way that Deanna got knocked out in the tournament by Sijara Eubanks. But despite that, the fight was really terrible, and I didn't like it, and it's getting it down. It was just so boring. After round 1, I know Deanna knew she had to play it safe, but she essentially just she grappled Melinda against the cage for a good 10 minutes, and it felt so much longer, and it was so boring to watch. I think either Melinda needs to work on getting out of that position, although she did technically defend all 13 of Deanna's takedowns, so that was a really good bonus to throw in there. But the fight itself was just really fucking boring, and I didn't like it, so I gets it down. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. It's my opinion. Oh, and it was a majority draw. I think one judge ruled it in favour of Deanna, but the other 2 ruled it a draw, so yeah. It wasn't exciting. It wasn't a good fight. Didn't like it. And next up, we get to the fight I was kind of confused with, as I almost said Deanna Bennett again, as Gerald Meerschaert, that's part of his surname, it's difficult not to laugh at it, took on Eric Spicely, and Meerschaert won. I can't say that without wanting to laugh. At 2 minutes 18 seconds into round 2. And it was a fairly good back and forth fight. I definitely give the first round to Spicely though. Like, he got a good takedown, he got some really good submission attempts, but Meerschaert. I'm just going to call him Gerald. Gerald got out of pretty much every submission attempt, even a really bad body triangle, which tires out like the user's legs. You know, if I were to put a body triangle on someone, that would tie around my legs, as an example. Even though I don't do that, and I probably should. That way I wouldn't be such a fat fuck. Anyway, it was a really good fight, and Meerschaert got the... I can't say that name without laughing, I'm sorry. And he got the win by TK with a good body kick in round 2 at 2 minutes 18 seconds. Then he got the other performance on the right bonus for it, so well done to him. The fight gets up, it was really good. It was back and forth enough, and I liked it. So, yeah, 8-1 to the ups. And the ups keep coming, 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 as Lauren Murphy took on Bob Honchak, and these were two of the highest seeded fighters in the tournament, and they had a really good showing. Lauren Murphy won by split decision, if I'm not mistaken, yep. She did well enough to win. It was fairly back and forth enough to make me not really know who was going to win, but Lauren, in my opinion, definitely had more moments, and she got more takedowns especially, that really helped her. So yeah, it was a really good back and forth. A really good back and forth fight, and I think the right person won, and I enjoyed it. So yeah, gets it up. Not really much else to say. Next is an interesting co-main event, as we have a dude named Sean O'Malley who took on Terrion Ware, and Sean O'Malley comes from the Tuesday Night Fight series, which I do not watch because I need to pay for that, I think, or I just don't really care. I do watch Looking for a Fight when it's on YouTube, though. I haven't caught up on that show in a while. Anyway, Sean O'Malley against Terrion Ware. Sean O'Malley won by decision, and it was a really back and forth exciting fight. So once again, gets an up. So that's 9-1. I'm happy with that. It's a really good balance. So hang on, it's a really good balance. Like here's the downs, there's the ups. Like, they're weighing down the scale right now in terms of balance. Even though technically this is the upside and this is the downside, so. Anyway, yeah, this was a good showing. Sean O'Malley really impressed me. He's got a really good style. He's quick and flashy. Terrion got a few really good moments as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing both of these dudes fight in the future. Really good. So, yeah, gets it up. And now it's time for the main event of the evening between Nicco Montano and Sajara. Nope, she's out. Misway. And Roxanne Modafferi. And before I talk about this fight, I do want to say that I'm slightly disappointed in Sajara because, like in the last episode which I reviewed the other day, she did a really good job of managing her weight when she went to the Performance Center. And I thought, you know, since she's made it to the finale now, she's going to keep track of that. Then, you know, I did sort of remember that the seasons are pre-recorded. So she, you know, this probably happened like the show itself probably happened a few months ago over the course of a few weeks. But why didn't she take that advice to heart? You know, she could have very well won the title. But she did not. Which is kind of a shame, but you know what, maybe she'll get away under control. Maybe she'll fight at bantamweight because I think that's where she should be. It was kind of disappointing to not see her in the main event, but I hope she gets a handle on it soon, because I do want to see her fight, I do want to see her succeed. But instead we got the main event between Nicco Montano and Roxanne Modafferi, and it was a hell of a fight. It got the Fight of the Night bonus, and deservedly so. It was absolutely amazing. Nicco Montano did win by unanimous decision and became the first ever women's UFC flyweight champion, and the first ever Navajo champion in UFC history, if I'm not mistaken. So, well done. Yeah, this was a really good fight of the night. It was genuinely back and forth, but Nicco edged Roxanne out slightly, especially in terms of the ground game and takedowns. It was really exciting. I enjoyed it. There was a few knockdown moments. There was a few ooh moments. You know, I'm really excited. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a really good main event, and it's just a really good culmination of Nicco's journey up to this point, because she was undefeated on the show. She went the distance all the time, and that's a really big thing for a fighter on the Ultimate Fighter to have. I feel like people look too much at the quick finish, but when it comes to the Ultimate Fighter, I think going the distance can help. Especially considering that Nicco is not a one-trick pony. She does not just take them down. She does not just clinch them. She does not just keep them against the cage and strike them. She does a lot of different things. And with her, just now coming into the UFC fold and being the first ever women's flyweight champion, she's got a lot more to learn, and I'm eager to see what she picks up. And same goes for Roxanne Modafferi. I mean, she's a 36 fight veteran. I was going to say fight twice in a row there. And she's, I just like seeing her fight. She's just a very endearing and likable fighter. She's always awesome to watch. And even though she came in on short notice and obviously made weight and she didn't win, she's won my heart, basically. I really like Roxanne, and I do want to see her get another chance in the division. And I hope she stays, even though she's starting to invicta as well. But, you know what? Anything can happen when it comes to the UFC. Anyway, so yeah, fight gets an up. 10 ups to 1 down. 10 to 1. Really good card. It had a great balance of fights that went the distance and finishes. Even with the Deanna Bennett and Melinda Fabian fight just really being a low point, there was a lot of amazing stuff to watch on this one, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow when I get to review UFC 218. The grind don't stop. It never do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the trip to Paradise, Nevada with me, even though Joe Martinez, who needs work as an announcer, if I'm being 100% honest, he called it Las Vegas, Nevada, even though they were in Paradise. And he also pronounced Rachel Ostovich's name as Rachel Ostovic. Not Vich, Vic. No. Anyway, I'll see you all tomorrow for the next UFC review, and as always, thank you for listening. You're awesome. Bye.